Hey gamers, hope you're ready for the next session of our Friday's game group for my Mutants and Masterminds subscriber game for Days Long Gone. Hey gamers, welcome back to Game Master's Dungeon. I am Brian, your Game Master, and today we're going to do the next session in the Friday's game group for the Days Long Gone campaign. We're going to start off with a recap of what happened last time. Then we're going to get right into it. Hope we all are going to enjoy it, and we'll see you after the session. Okay. All right, so let's recap. It's been a couple of weeks. So what happened last time?
Well, we decided to go looking for the bad guys who, we tried to go looking for the big bad evil guy. We were trying to suss out what his plans were. Remember that Punch Drunk looked to see if he could figure out whether or not the situation was localized to Alpha City or if it was elsewhere. From all he could determine was that it was localized to us. Then my sanctum got surrounded by the what are they called again?
SPD.
SPD, yeah. Then we had to break out after I, completely convinced the guards that I wasn't the right guy. It was completely awesome natural 20s all around.
Oh yeah, there was some epic hot rolls right there.
Yeah, sure was. So after we did that, we kind of scoped out the area, found some manifests and some knocked out people. They led us to another area where we did think that the big guy, bad evil guy was. Turns out he wasn't there. He says that he knows some of us, or at least knows Loki. Amon. But I feel like he said he knew more of us, and like how we've always done this or whatever. And then he vamoosed with his people, like snapped his fingers and they were gone. So.
Then Amon started crying like a baby. I remember that.
Yeah.
Hey, that's evil, man. Come on.
And then I think we decided to go back to Punch Drunk's place because my place is currently on lockdown.
Yeah, your place is on lockdown. It's sealed. It's safe. But
yeah. I'm hoping I grabbed the right book.
Hopefully you didn't lock the spell in there. So we'll have to see how that goes.
Catch 22. I need the spell.
Don't forget all those clues we picked up, like that.
The manifest.
Like the shipping book, and
yeah.
I got a corner of a crate. It's probably be useful.
Okay.
Could be. There were several clues that were collected, either physically or through dialogue.
They're building a time machine.
Yep.
I got this.
We're all gonna go back in time to the 60s and just party down.
Gravy.
Alright. Loki, so talk to us about what you increased and what you bought with your powers, or with your power points.
So, after the last incident with our enemies, my character kind of felt that he needed to become better at least using what he knows, strategy. So he kind of dropped his deception, persuasion, because he thought like, what the heck I'm doing? I'm supposed to bring truth to people, not freaking lies. And he pumped it up to his statics. Basically, I imagine him researching online. How can I say? Books of that talk about military strategy, the art of war, etc., etc. And I bumped up his statics skill to 9 ranks, but dropped his deception and persuasion because he I don't need subterfuge anymore. And I actually and in the process he kind of peeked a little in Mordecai's books and learned how to transfer a little bit of his ability to see everything, almost everything, to other people and make them see strange perspectives of existence. And since we aren't used to that, it kind of does damage, but it's resisted by will. However, if they end up being able to resist the damage, they ignore it because they are actually basically adjusting themselves to those strange perspectives of existence.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
And I got skill mastery for occult because I think he got a little bit reliable on those things that aren't supposed to be known.
Excellent. And that's all 15 points?
Yep.
Cool.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, we'll start with Burning. I got your Frostfang. I got your sheet open here. Why don't you take us through what you bought?
Okay, a lot of this was increasing my defenses and my attacks up to the new PL limit.
Mhm.
So my, my dodge and parry went up. My toughness went up thanks to a power I got. My claws, my ice breath, all of the attack ranks and damage ranks still fall under the PL limit, so they all just basically went up one. I got a little bit better at my wall crawling, and I can leap farther and run faster now. I got another rank of improved initiative, so I'm at +8 total. But the fun thing is I got this new ability down here that I called the Wolf's Rage. And I put 4 points into it. And basically, it's going to let me hit someone as a melee attack. And if I'm successful, they not only have to resist the damage, but then resist a strength check. And if they fail, then they just go, launching backwards like a truck just hit them. And, they could crash into a building or a wall or some kind of environment.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
And I get the attack all set up here. That's what it will look like. So it's whatever their mass rank is, -8 is how far back they go. And then whatever you decide happens. And that's pretty much what I spend my upgrades on.
All right, cool. Easy peasy. All right, let's see who we got next here. Let's go down the line. All right, Ed, talk to us about Punch Truck. What'd you do?
Let's see. Let me just organize my windows. All right, I gave myself a point of intellect. I brought up my punching skill by 2 points. Brought up my parry by 2. My vehicle skill by 4. My technology skill by 2. And then my investigate and my treatment up by 1 each. Then I gave myself some equipment. I gave myself an EMP grenade, which is basically 6 ranks of nullifying electronics with a cloud area. And I made that an alternate effect to my smoke bomb, so that's 1 equipment point. Gave myself a device I'm calling the Mockingbird. It's like an auditory illusion that it's independent, so I don't have to spend an action to maintain it, and it's ranged because I can't just put it wherever I can sense. I can only put it at least in like throwing distance because it's like a physical object. So that's basically an auditory illusion. That's 1 equipment point because that's also a alternate effect. Cutting torch to cut things. A fire extinguisher because that would probably be useful. And then I added a lab to my garage. then for powers, I added another rank to my drone. So for that, for my drone, I gave it extended vision, extended hearing, distance sense, because why not? I need another point for that. Bumped up its flight by 2, gave it some more stealth and some more perception. That's it for that. And then my last power is I gave myself a new move, call it liver shot. It's does 1 damage, and it's linked to an affliction at rank 5. That's also inaccurate, to kind of balance it with my skill and keep it under the power cap.
Mm-hmm.
And then that power costs 5. So I took my rapid punches, which cost 2, and just made it a alternate effect to the liver shot to get 1 power point back. And then that's it.
Cool. Awesome. Got some utility stuff, new attacks. It's a glorious day. All right. All right, Dax, talk to us about your character.
Okay, so first started off by increasing my intellect, getting the benefits of all of my intellect-based skills over here. I figured I'd go ahead and put a couple points into my Mystic Blast, trying to get that up there. Then I went through and I decided I needed to fly a little bit faster, so I added I think it was 2 ranks to my flight, giving me 60 miles per hour now. And then debated on adding a new power like duplication or something like that, but I really just wanted to get my my base up before I start dabbling in other powers. So I went ahead and just gave myself improved initiative and took 2 ranks of that to get a +8 to my initiative. And then I took, I went ahead and just added another point to intellect, giving me a 7 in intellect in total.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And that's pretty much it.
Awesome. Easy peasy. Still only power level 6, right? We're not the Avengers yet, but we're on the way. Okay, yeah. So last time, right? So you guys were ended up at this warehouse. You were able to track down the villain and his group of cronies to this warehouse where they were taking more crates of equipment. You got some shipping manifests, like you said, and some other clues. But unfortunately, the villain and his henchmen were able to make an escape. You guys did put in a anonymous call to the SPD and medical, because the guards at the warehouses, this one and the other one, had been incapacitated. So you summoned medical assistance for them, and then you guys flee the scene, right? And you guys go to Punch Drunk's garage, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. I don't have a map for the garage, so we're just going to have to rock it like this.
That's fine.
See it over the mind.
I tried to find a good like garage map, but I couldn't find a half decent one.
No problem.
So it was nighttime, so you guys get to the garage, and now it's like late at night. You guys are tired, exhausted. Been running around town. You've faced the villain and met defeat at his or her hands. And you guys have theories, but we'll have to see how those go later on. You take your clues and you take all the information that you've gathered back to the garage. So you guys get in and you guys are just like a moment of like relaxation. So what do you do?
Yeah. They all ran. Because we had them on the ropes.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I remember that quite correctly. And I think he Could have handily destroyed us if he wanted to.
Yeah, I don't remember. It's been a couple of weeks, and I was sick for like really sick for like a week, so my memory's kind of blurry. Maybe that's how it went, but
I mean, I had the big guy right where I wanted him.
oh yeah, okay. And then oh yeah, okay. Maybe okay. They suffered defeat at your hand, at your claws.
Right.
That's
You
right.
know how about we just meet in the middle? We'll call it a draw.
Okay.
You guys decided to just gentlemen's agreement. You just shook hands and be like, okay, we're gonna go our separate ways for the day.
I
We'll
do
see you
remember shaking hands with them.
Definitely. We have to be sophisticated about this. We're not savages.
Well, I think our best lead is those documents we took from the warehouse, which I Punch Punchdrunk has the best chance of deciphering any information on that.
Yeah, I'll bring that all in my lab, and I guess I'll start that tomorrow morning. It's kind of late, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's late at night. So, like, what's gonna be like? Are people just gonna leave? Everybody gonna sleep at the garage? Like,
You guys want to stay over because would be hard to find here.
And my place is currently on lockdown. Do you mind if we crash here?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Thank you.
just like you got like one couch. You guys gonna fight for the couch?
I have a living space.
Well, yeah, I'm assuming. I mean, okay, maybe you have multiple couches in your living space.
I just have a really big bed because I toss and turn a lot, but it would be enough if all four of us to fit in. If you guys don't mind sleeping in the same bed, like Little House on the Prairie style.
Bunking together, okay.
I can just see you guys are just just laying there shoulder to shoulder. Everybody's just like like a plank. Just don't talk. Don't look at each other.
All right, that's settled.
So, is there anything you guys do before you bed down for the night?
Yeah,
I'd probably keep an eye on the news and see if there's any kind of new update or breaking story or anything like that with what's been going on recently.
Yeah, John, why don't we take shifts? You take the first shift. I'll get some Z's, and then I'll watch the news afterwards.
Sounds good to me.
All right, let's do this.
I wanna talk about what happened tonight, because I got some theories.
This isn't time for pillow talk.
We're not in the bed right now. I'm not saying this in bed. I'm saying this when we come in,
Oh, okay.
Right.
Well, in that case, go ahead. What do you want to talk about?
Well, just kind of a bunch of things he said, and I kind of want to go over. He said something was brewing, and that the time for heroes is now. And that the fact that we were there meant that we got his message. Plus, he said he wanted to see Amon grow. So, with all that together, I'm kind of thinking maybe he knows something is actually coming. And that he's trying to bring heroes out and cultivate them to make them stronger, to fight off whatever's happening. Maybe he thinks what he's doing is for the greater good. Because the guards we found, he left them incapacitated but not dead. Now, even though the rock monster, I think, killed some people, maybe that's just something he did. Or, he could just be a psychopath. Yeah. Or he could just be a total psychopath.
We also don't have confirmation that the rock golem was, directly that guy's doing. I mean, I'm sure they're related, but we don't have any evidence that says, yeah, this guy, summoned this rock guy or did whatever.
There's also the fact that he had a bunch of drilling equipment So whatever's coming either is coming from up under the ground, or this is all just a distraction to get something that's possibly under the city. And those are my theories.
Maybe part of the old city before the showdown between Stardust and Rash. I don't know.
But I think our next move should be investigating under the city then. See if we could reach whatever they're trying to get to first.
I don't know. He had a lot of drilling equipment. Might not be easy to get down there.
It's a pretty big city.
Well, we'll come up with something in the morning, I guess.
Yeah, let's just get some rest and think about it with some fresh eyes in the morning.
All right.
Okay. So who's on like the first watch of television watching duty or whatever you guys are doing?
I am.
All right. So the rest of you guys all kind of go to sleep. You guys, y'all get in the bed. It's weird. It's weird at first, but then exhaustion kind of take over, and you guys end up going to sleep. So on the TV, honestly, the news remains pretty mundane. It does talk about previous incidents, but a lot of the like, oh, don't worry, things are under control. People that are talking on behalf of like the SPD or police forces or whatever, it's like the situations are under control, situations have been handled, no further threats, they're trying to put the public at ease, let them know that it was just, people got wild and woolly for a day or so, 2 days, and then they were able to get things under control. You guys obviously know or have a good hunch that it's, that's wrong. That it's not under control because you guys think you have some leads that these people, these talking heads on TV don't. But the rest of the news, the rest of the TV, it goes pretty bland for the rest of the night. Not a whole lot going on. So you guys have decided to switch. Eventually switch after so many hours to get your rest, and then you all awake the next morning, feeling pretty refreshed. Still a little weird, sleeping in a different place, a different bed with different people. Obviously, it's not the best of sleep, but you do feel refreshed and ready to look at all these new clues with fresh eyes, like you said. So back in the morning, all right, everybody's woken up. So what do you guys do?
We gotta have breakfast. It's the most important meal of the day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get make some hot chocolate and pour myself in the book.
I only have oatmeal and eggs and black coffee. So no hot chocolate.
Can you make a pot of coffee?
Oh, really?
Sure can.
Excellent.
Maybe a cup of milk, please, or tea.
I don't have any milk or tea. I'm sorry.
Oh boy. I think I'm going to have water.
All right.
You could always run down to the corner convenience store there and pick up some milk if you needed.
Yeah,
Right.
and maybe get pursued by the authorities. No, thanks.
Oh, you're not gonna fall for my trap.
Ha!
It
I
was-
knew it. I saw
Crap,
through it. Badoops.
My
Got-
let,
Can't
I
believe
saw it.
Amon died trying to get milk.
let me delete this whole novel that I wrote of this encounter. Delete. Carefully laid plans foiled. My milk. Okay.
Okay, well, while I am sipping on my coffee, I'm going to go ahead and extend my senses out and see if I can see anything around the building.
No, you just see. Well, I mean, nothing unusual. You don't see any soldiers approaching. You see there's because it's basically there's like other kind of shops nearby. People just seem to be going about their daily daily tasks, doing their work.
Yeah, okay, well, looks like we lost our tails from last night. So I guess we have free range to discuss what we've seen so far.
I said what I wanted to say last night.
Have you had a chance to mull over those manifests?
No, I was sleeping.
Well, hurry up, eat your breakfast, and let's get to work. We need to get to the bottom of this soon before more people get hurt.
Jeez. What a taskmaster. Taskmaster. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I thought we were supposed to be heroes.
Are we?
Are
There's
you?
that moment of silence where all you're sitting at the table eating, looking around at each other.
I don't really consider myself a hero.
If it makes you feel any better, I don't consider you one either.
Oh, thanks.
Well, I want to be a hero, so
The
All right.
dynamics are great.
Guess I'll go check up on these books. I'll
Thank
be in
you.
my lab.
Also, while you're in your lab, this is where you'll like those additions to your like tool belt and stuff.
Yeah.
Like all those extra equipment, you'll get those, put those in there while you're doing that. Okay.
Yeah.
So
it's all like stuff I had like half completed. I just finished up.
So he's going to be in the lab. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Still same stuff on TV. No major breakthroughs or developments in the case.
Yeah, I don't have any. I don't have any extra out of body kind of vision, so I'm stuck to the TV, the radio, or social media.
Yeah, there's really nothing new on the television. Most of what was on last night, they kind of like, all right, it's all good, under control. This is kind of it. Seems the authorities are playing it off. Very just nonchalant to try to avoid, you're assuming like to avoid panic.
Keeping the masses unaware of the situation. It's a dangerous game they're playing. But I guess what can you do?
oh man, this goes against my values, my principles. You need to tell the truth to people, man. Come on.
Well, sometimes people can't handle the truth. You saw what happened during the schism.
Yeah. And however, sometimes that can be a powerful weapon.
Oh, I'm not saying that the truth can't be bended to your will. That's just a matter of principles. Whether or not you admit certain truths can affect your outcome or your outlook on the situation. That is one way to control the masses, which, as you see here, people are out and about walking, going about their daily business, not panicking. Again, the truth, I guess, in this instance, can be what you make it.
Mordecai,
Yes.
have you messed with that crystal ball thing of yours lately?
No, I haven't. Good. Perhaps I might take a look at it. I fish it out of my bag with my telekinesis, and I set it down in front of me and start looking over it.
Okay.
I'm gonna
So,
watch
yeah.
pretending I know what's going on, but I really have no idea.
So yeah, okay, so you pull this thing out of your bag or whatever, and you set it on the table, and there's this moment where the three of you are like sitting around the table and just kind of looking at it, like waiting for it to do something. Like you can see that this, it's got it's like smoke and mist and stuff. It's just kind of like swirling around on the inside of it. Really cool. It looks really cool, something you would have on the desk, but it doesn't show you anything. Before Mordecai, it's shown you things before. It's given you visions or glimpses of the future or the present of the locations, but it's not giving you anything right now.
This thing, it's strangely silent. I wonder if he's masking himself somehow. I don't know.
Is this thing broken?
I don't think so. At least, I don't. That's a strange object. My master, or before he died, gave it to me, and I don't even know if he knew how to make this thing work. I've been trying to do research on it, but he gets frustrated and throws it back down into his bag. And it's pointless.
What about those few tomes you took from your study? Have you had a chance to look over those yet?
No, I haven't. You were full of good ideas this morning. Perhaps I should. Yeah, let me look over this. See what I have here. I pull the book out of my bag.
This big, huge, leather-bound tome just poof, dusty. Brush off the top of it, and you open it up. It's got that old book, that creaking sound. You guys are like looking at the book, and it's in a language that you're like understanding. You're like, what? Mordecai looks like he's just, like he's like reading it like he would like a newspaper or something,
Oh,
So it's
let me get Google Translate here.
Does your Google translate uniform? I doubt it.
Oh man, everything's possible. Come on, we are in a world that there are people who use magic, werewolves, a cyborg. Come on, man, everything's possible.
It is 2024. I mean, maybe Google's gotten on top of their game. I don't know. But no, unfortunately, Google Translate does not translate.
Besides, you have a living translator here.
You're not going to start summoning any super demons on us, are you, Mordecai?
Not yet. Haven't decided.
What are these books about, anyway?
Mordecai starts poring over it and says, well, some of them are the history of the Babylonian people and their discovery of magic, the mystic arts, as they call them. There's other tomes that describe techniques and how to control the mystic, the soul and the mystic forces within you. I'm hoping that I grab the right one.
You guys kind of look at each other for a minute when he says hoping. With like
Well, if you need any help with these books, I mean, I can't read them, but actually, I can't help you at all with them.
Just leave it to me, but thanks for the offer.
He could like turn the pages for you.
Yeah, let me display the book for you.
You shall be my lectern.
Let's see. Hold on one second.
Awkward silence.
All right, so Mordecai, you're going through your book. You're kind of like drinking your coffee, and you're just kind of like turning pages, reading, like massaging your forehead. Just like. What are the other two doing?
Okay.
I'm intently looking, trying to read the books, and like, man, I don't get anything, but I really want to learn something.
I'm going to take a walk around the neighborhood.
Okay.
Just kind of survey the area.
Don't get lost.
Well, I can always call you if I get lost.
Right. Nice. Yeah, just call us if you get into any trouble. We'll be there.
So yeah, just gonna, take a few laps around the neighborhood, go a few blocks out, kind of observe what's going on in our immediate area.
Case the joint, as it were.
Okay. So you put your get your jacket on, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna head on out. So you go outside, and first thing you hear outside is just the normal busy streets. You hear normal city sounds that you would normally hear throughout the day. Everything seems pretty quiet in this part of town. So you just kind of begin. You're just like, oh, you go out and you go south down the street. And you're just kind of walking around. You've never really been down to this part of the town before, so you're seeing different businesses and people and things that you haven't seen before. You walk around for probably how long are you gonna walk around for?
Maybe about an hour or so.
Okay, stretch the legs, get some fresh air.
Yeah, I prefer being outside.
Okay. Well, he's doing that. All right, Loki. So what are you going to be doing?
I'll probably be looking, using my power to look into the vicinity through the walls, and while I do that, I'm like, Mordecai, can you teach me how to read cuneiform? Like after we do this, and teach me some magic.
I
That you
don't
can get in the
know
hand of it.
Maybe. You might have some potential. I'll think about it. Try, he uses his telekinesis to move a spoon over to his hand. Try bending this with your mind. Maybe if you know what you're doing, you might be able to get somewhere with that.
Okay, I'll try. Then I get the spoon and start trying to bend.
You're doing like the Neo from the Matrix, where you're just kind of like sitting staring at it.
Exactly, because I know with my powers that there is no spoon.
It is you that bends,
I'm sorry, did you just say that there is no spoon? That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. There's obviously a spoon here. I just gave you a spoon. Come on now.
Man, you don't see what I see. No, really, you don't see what I see. I'm not joking. I can see a lot of things.
Interplanar. Dimensional sight? Interesting. You are a strange creature.
Oh, thanks. That's quite the compliment for me. And I'm still working on looking to other dimensions. Actually, I think I found a way to make other people see through other dimensions, but it's kind of painful for them, sadly.
Not right now, but I might look into that.
It's pretty cool.
All right, so you guys sit at the table, kind of discussing dimensions, magic, philosophy on reality and things like that. Studying the book, staring at the spoon. All right, so Ed, you're in your lab. You finished putting together your trinkets.
Hooray.
Attaching them to your belt, loading them up. You're like, all right, cool. Well, they got these manifests that you've collected, and you're kind of like looking through. So go ahead and roll technology. Okay.
Nice.
All right. So with that, you're kind of looking through. So you kind of start looking at the things are listed here and like thinking of like what some of these things could be. Obviously, trying to focus on the things that were taken or you believe that were taken, the crates that were, and looking at what all could be done with those components, like what all could be built. So roll one more time here. We'll give you a couple rolls for like this will cover like an hour.
Same
Study
thing,
here.
technology.
Yeah. Oh, even better. Okay. All right. So you study for about an hour. And you kind of come up with several things that
I
could
have
be.
quick thinking 6.
Mm-hmm.
So
Do you have quick thinking 6?
yeah. So actually 2 minutes. Wait, is it 6? Yeah, 6. So 2 minutes.
Ew. Oh, yep, you do. Okay. All right, so so now can you with that do you read really fast as well? Anything
Oh,
mental,
it's
right?
mental actions.
Okay. So I'm assuming then you're gonna collect all the information out of these things, and then over the course of 2 minutes, you're gonna be able to put together several solutions. Basically, in that amount of time, what's going to happen? You're gonna figure out there's about 3 things that you can think of just right off the top of the head that could be created with these components. Okay, so but most of them have to deal with power generation for different devices. So you kind of come to the conclusion that some kind of generator, some kind of power supply, some kind of power enhancing device or contraption is probably what's going to be made out of these components.
Do I know like the scale?
I mean, large, but obviously there's stuff missing, right? Just with these parts is not going to be able to create the entire thing. Basically, these are going to be used to create like a housing and the focusing of the energy that's created from whatever is going to be like inside this contraption generating energy.
Now this is like just electricity energy, or is this like special?
I mean, it could be used for electricity. It could be used to make like millions of gigawatts worth of energy. The kind of loads these things can withstand. What now? When you say special, like what do you mean?
Like, I don't know, just like any sort of like super science comic book something, you know?
Yeah, you're feeling that like that what can be created can either withstand and output large amount of forces, different kinds of forces, but you don't know quite sure because you don't know exactly what kind of energy is going to be generated, if that makes any sense. Depending upon what kind of energy or force is going to be generated will determine how these components are going to be used.
Gotcha. Can I tell what? I guess I can't tell what pieces are missing, so we can't like predict where they're going to strike next.
I mean, it's pretty broad. You're assuming that some kind of generator, some kind of power supply itself, like the main core of this contraption, is going to be needed.
Gotcha.
So you come up with the idea that probably some kind of some kind of generator, some kind of power, like the actual power supply itself is going to be the next target. But what exactly it is, you don't know.
Okay. And then I want to like investigate the little corner of the box I got, see if there's any like residual material on it or something.
Okay. Let's see. Let's look at the sheet here. Excuse me. Investigation, I guess. You don't really get anything specific off the corner of the box.
Nice.
Like, you know, like what exactly were you looking for? Like, what would you be testing?
Just like there's any like residual chemicals or metal fragments that could lead me to what was in that crate.
No, you don't get anything out of it. You scour that piece. You don't come up with anything.
All right. I guess I'm gonna go report back to magic duo.
Okay. All right. So we'll go. So out on the streets, Frostfang, as you're wandering around, you don't really find anything out of the ordinary. Nothing seems to be like off-putting. Nothing really sets off any little feelers.
Your spidey senses isn't tingling.
Yep, hair isn't standing up on the arms. None of that stuff.
Okay, well, after about an hour or so, I'll make my way back to Punch Drunk's place.
Okay. So you happen to come in the door, and you see that Mordecai is still sitting at the table. He's just kind of engrossed in his book. He's got another cup of coffee going, and you see Amon. He's sitting there at the table, like holding a spoon in front of his face, and he's like staring at it. And he's got his his eye thing going. And then you see that Punch Drunk, he comes in with his manifests, with this look of like, haha, eureka on his face.
Please tell me you found something.
Well, looking at what they took, it looks like they're trying to make a power generator of sorts. Can't really tell what sort of power they're looking to output, though. They mostly only have the parts for the casing and the focusing apparatus, but what they're going to be wanting to look for next is the main core. But what that could be pretty much anything.
Power output, you say? Interesting. Like, are we talking nuclear weapon, or?
It could really be anything at this point. It's all about what kind of core they go for. So it could be nuclear, could be just a real bad static shock. I don't know.
So while you guys are kind of talking, Amon, you're sitting there, you're staring at this spoon or whatever, and the spoon is shiny, it's reflective, and you're kind of staring into it and seeing yourself, and your mind kind of begins to like static shock, like the cartoon. Your mind begins to just kind of go, like basically outside time and space to another location. You enter in, like your vision enters into this what looks to be some kind of laboratory, some kind of research facility. Your vision goes down these white hallways with these medical type doors, and your vision goes through a door, and you see that there's some of those black garbed goons with guns that were with that with the villain guy, the guy that you encountered last night. You know, they're kind of like standing around. Looks like they've got several people in lab coats being held hostage. Your vision just kind of goes past them. Like they, you're like you think at first that they're going to notice you, but they don't. Your vision just kind of keeps going. It goes down the hallway, and it turns. You feel like you're floating, and you kind of go through this next large door, and This enters into like a big research lab room. This has all kinds of technology devices, like you don't even know what all's going on in here. But you see the big muscular dude, that guy's like lieutenant or whatever, is kind of standing there with a couple of more goons. They have several other people in lab coats like sitting on the floor. They have them bound, being held hostage. And you see that there's the villain, the guy in the armor. He's standing over there next to this older, not like old, but this older Caucasian female in a lab coat. They're talking. They're standing in front of this large cylindrical device, probably about 10 feet tall, about as wide. It has like these like plasma coils and circuits and everything. To you, it looks like some kind of sci-fi generator or something. But he's standing there like looking. He's really tall in the armor and looking down at this woman. This woman is all like, "No, you will not. You cannot take this. It can't be removed from this location. It's too unstable." And he says, "Worry not. We have the means to maintain such power. All you need to do is give us all of your research on it." And they talk back and forth. The woman doesn't want to give up what she has, but then as they're talking, like the guy in the suit, he kind of turns and he looks in your direction, like he's like looking at something. He looks back and forth. But then he kind of focuses in the direction directly where your vision is, and he just kind of outstretches a hand as it goes to grab you, but then your vision just pulls back all the way just back into your mind, and you come back to your senses. But for you, time is or for everyone else in the room, time has stood still, but you feel like it's been, that whole time. You come back to your senses and you look around and everyone is just kind of talking about what they were just talking about, and you're he's looking around nervous. You guys see him on, he's just kind of sitting there, and then he just kind of gets jittery for a second, and he's kind of looking around, like a bead of sweat is rolling down the side of his face.
Come on. Are you okay?
You really wanted hot chocolate, I could have gone and got you some.
I will hastily drop the spoon in the table. I think I stare too much at this thing. And guys, I think I have a lead. Mordecai, do you actually have telepathy or something?
Well, yeah. What do you mean by telepathy?
Seeing images from my head, because
Well,
I think you
can communicate with you.
Yeah, I think you want to see this. Link your mind with mine.
Okay.
When he does that, I start sharing all my vision or my memories of my vision with him. Man, look, this is crazy. Yeah, it looks like they.
It looks like their audio cut out.
Oh, sorry. And looks like
You're good.
He looked like he was going to grab me or something. It was super strange. But I think we need to search for a research facility or something like that.
Interesting. It does seem like a research or a lab, or it's very interesting. Thank you for showing me that one.
What kind of
No
lab?
problem.
Well, they said that they were researching something that was unstable, so something that has the means to establish certain safety protocols.
Did you see any kind of company logo or anything like that?
Did I saw it? Did I see something?
Did you see something? That's the big question. Let's see. So yeah, you did. You didn't see like the name, but you saw like what the logo looked like. It looked like an eagle. So it's like a circle, and then there's like an eagle, and it's like the eagle's like carrying a fish in its claws, but it's just kind of like a silhouette. It's like a blue circle with like a black bird carrying a fish.
You know, John, you're pretty insightful when it comes to this sort of stuff. It's almost like you should have been a cop or something.
Almost.
So close. One day you'll have to tell me your backstory, but this is what we saw. And I project the image into his head as well.
I'm going to assume I've never seen this symbol before.
That would be that is a good question. Let's see. Oh no, okay, cheat. Make an expertise roll. SPD. Ooh, 23. Yeah, so it's you remember it, it's a research division that partners with the SPD to create some of their technology that they use in their weaponry and also in their power suits and things like that.
Do I remember like the name of the company or?
That's a good question. Yeah, you do. I got it. I have it written down. It's downstairs. I might forget it, but you remember the name. I'll have it ready for next time. But
okay, I'll let everyone know as soon as I see the image in my head that it's, I know, vaguely who these guys are. I know they work with the SPD, and that they are this company. So I'm sure we can find addresses, locations, and then go from there.
All right. I suppose that this place has access to the internet. Can we look it up?
Yeah, sure. I'm looking it up.
okay. Let's see. So I guess make a technology roll. So this is like to use the computer to find the information that you need. This isn't like, oh, wow, all right. Some hot rolls there. Got a 28, fantastic. So it takes you a little bit to do some digging because, like I said, this isn't like a publicly traded company. This isn't something that you could just Google and it just comes up with a homepage, right? This is like secret government stuff, but you do find information regarding it. You do find out that so they have a division located inside the SPD compound here in Alpha City.
Oh, perfect. All right, guys, it's in the SPD compound. Let's head out.
Wait a minute. Is that a wise choice of action?
Probably not, but what else we gonna do?
John, do you have an opinion on this matter?
So let's say we find this place and we get inside. Then what's the plan?
I'm just worried we're going to meet the guy in the suit again. And I really feel that we're going to see him again. Especially there.
Well, I mean, you gotta try to stop them from getting the rest of the parts in Aoife's generator. So we don't know what they're gonna do with it.
Yeah, but
Probably suck.
that takes us directly. You said it's in the heart of the SPD?
Yeah, but like they got in just fine.
All right. I don't like it. It takes us too close to that, but I guess let's go.
They probably have swept up most of the schmucks there anyways for us.
Can I ask him on like the vision he saw? Was that like present time, or were you looking into the future, looking into the past? Like how long ago was that vision of yours?
Man, I really don't know. It's like my mind went beyond time and space, so it's kind of hard to predict. I would probably say it was the future, but I'm not so sure.
And he's correct. He doesn't know when it was. It could be now, 5 minutes from now. It could be a day from now.
Well, I guess we can go down there and at least scope the place out, see if anything is out of place.
I guess
Amon and I can open our senses and see if we see anything inside the building. So,
well, hold on. So Amon, if you want to make investigation.
Oh boy.
So you're gonna think back on the vision to see if there's anything maybe that you saw that would give you like a reference point, a clock, a calendar, something, a piece of paper with a date on it or something. Yeah.
Oh my.
Yep.
Okay.
You're like, woo! You were just like, yeah, it was a great ride. It was fantastic. I don't know what the hell about it.
Amon, you would not make a great cop. That's all I have to say.
Now, just give him some training, and I can be of a lot of help, I think. At least I can track people. That's a start.
I suppose. All right. Well, I guess if Amon can't give us any information, we have to go there ourselves. Ugh.
So you know that the SPD compound is located like in the heart of the city, and it's a big place. It's not just like one big building, but it's like a collection of buildings. like when I say compound, it's it's big high walls, fences, guards, security, all kinds of stuff.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and open up my senses to see if I can scry into the building to see what's going on inside.
What's your range? Didn't you improve it?
Not that one. But it is 16 miles.
Oh, all right. So yeah, so you're within close enough. So you're just kind of like your eyes kind of like frost over, and you're just kind of like looking, and your mind kind of goes out and up across the city, and you can see like you're like way above, like way up high, and you can look down, and there's the whole compound, and it's like a beehive right now. Just people coming and going, vehicles, guards, all kinds of stuff, drones flying around. They seem to be on some kind of like alert. But you're able to go in and down, through walls, through floors, past people. You see there's like the regular like the civilian side of the SPD, like the people that do like the bureaucracy, all that other stuff. Then
Red
you see
tapers,
like
got it.
yeah, the red tapers. Then there's then you see like the barracks, like the actual officers, things like that. You're able to kind of go through, and it takes you probably, let's see, because you've never been inside there. Why don't you make an investigation? Godspeed. Oh, all right. You got points. Fantastic.
Everybody's rolling well, but not me.
It's okay.
Hey, it happens.
One day you'll get there.
You should have seen yesterday's game. When I post that, you're gonna see the hot mess. That was some rolling. There was like 3 or 4 ones in a row from different people.
Ooh, rip.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
like, we're like, yep, give me one of these games.
But that's why I bought like 2 ranks of luck. I'm going to need it.
maybe you'll just roll really well when you need be. So it probably takes you about 20 minutes or so as you're kind of going around, because this isn't like, oh, secret research department this way signs. No, you got to follow clues. You have to follow like leads. Like you find people. Okay, this person looks like they could be going there. Where does this person go? Nope, this isn't what I need going through. Eventually, you do find. It's in one of the buildings in the far north side of the compound. That normally houses more bureaucratic, civilian members. There's like an entrance in the back of the building that requires specific credentials to get in. You're able to look through, like down through it, and you do go into a place that appears similar to the vision that Amon gave you. But as you go through this now, you see that there's nothing going on here. It seems like everyday business. People are walking around with clipboards, talking about, oh yeah, no, you got to file, this in duplicate. We need this. This needs to go to HR. And then you do end up coming upon this room from your vision. It's a large room. It has this, it has the huge round cylindrical plasma coil, looks like some kind of experimental generator. Just like pulsating energy, and they have like this device set up around it that has like a field around it to maintain the energy inside, so everybody in the room isn't getting like irradiated to death. There's like a small army of people in lab coats with paperwork and clipboards and working computers, doing all kinds of stuff. You don't have the expertise enough to really know what it is these people are doing, but you've found where you need to go.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and revert my senses back and relay as such and tell them, yeah, I found the building, but it seems our masked friend isn't currently there.
Does it look like they've been there?
No, it seems like everything still seems to be intact. Business as usual.
Did you find the exact room of Amon's vision?
I believe so, yes.
Man, I'm so relieved.
Did everything look in order or out of place? Maybe try to decipher if the vision was future or past?
Based on what I saw, I'm assuming it's future, because it would look like it's been attacked if it was the present. But I didn't see anybody that was roughed up. I didn't see anybody fighting over the plasma coils or anything like that. So, by my best guess, it seems to be a vision of things yet to come.
What was did your magic have any trouble going through the building?
To my knowledge, the building itself didn't pose any issue to me.
So if your scrying worked just fine, do you think some kind of teleport spell would go through?
It would, but alas, I don't think I have anything that in my repertoire.
Yeah, but Mr. TV could teleport, so that's probably how he gets in the future. If he could just warp right in.
Interesting. Yeah, that is a good. Yeah, probably.
So Dax, you know that in your sanctum that the like the big like focusing circle that's engraved in the ground of your sanctum, that could be used to like basically it's used to like enhance power. So basically you could potentially cast a mass teleport type spell if you had access to it.
Well, I'd have to figure out how to open up my sanctum then, wouldn't I?
Hmm.
Do you think if I just beat it on it long enough, it will open?
That's a high-level ward made by a master, and I don't know. It's supposed to be a complete seal against anything.
Can your scry go through the ward?
Well, I haven't warded against scrying out, scrying in. I don't know.
Yeah, so you know that you can't scry through the wards. Like even like so like you can't scry into the sanctum itself, and then since the spell has been put on the entire building that's been activated, you can't you know that you can't look through it.
Well, we gotta hope your unlock spell is in one of those books you have.
Yes, I am desperately hoping yes. Otherwise, I have to find a new place to live.
And we might want to be with the quickness on trying to get back into your sanctum.
Yeah, I think I'll just go back to poring over my book then.
That vision could be tomorrow, or it could be 5 minutes from now.
No way of knowing. You're right.
And then I figure that how long can you scry something?
As long as I'm awake.
So maybe as soon as we get that sanctum back open, you could just keep the scry open in that area for a while, and then as soon as you see something, we can also teleport in.
In theory, yeah. The only problem is you'd have to be my eyes while I'm putzing around completely blind here.
I've got nothing
Okay.
better to do during that time.
All
I
right.
could just set up my drone and I could watch over here. That way he
Yeah.
could read without using his vision. But it can't see through walls, though.
Yeah, but you could tip me off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it really a good idea to like let just one of us go to the sanctum and get it back, or like two, and one of them being me?
Given your luck here recently, I don't think that would be a good idea.
Then also there's the big question you guys all kind of like are thinking to yourselves, but you're like, okay, you get in with the spell, how do you get out?
Yeah, that's a good question.
You know, we just knock out a few guys, put on their uniforms, walk right out.
We could just break in and steal it before the TV guy gets to.
You're suggesting the national treasure approach. Steal the declaration so that the bad guys can't steal the declaration. Interesting.
Exactly.
Okay, now steal it. All right. So remember, it's about 10 feet tall and it's about 10 feet wide. Huge thing. How would you steal it?
Oh, and that woman said we'd have to be able to keep its power signature under a certain level, otherwise it could basically go critical mass. Maybe stealing it isn't the wisest choice.
Yeah, we could turn it off and take it apart.
What?
Probably be easy.
I would
Doubtful.
say make a maybe how can I say, make a decoy. I don't know, like uh, trick them to rob the wrong device. Maybe.
Punch Drunk, you're obviously very handy with technology. Is there any way you could make some kind of tracer or bug that we can put on that energy core, and then whenever they steal it, we can, obviously track them to where it is they take it?
Yeah, that'll work. Just have to get it on it though.
Yeah, so far the plan is we could teleport in, we could put the tracer on it. We're still currently stuck on how to get out exactly.
Mordecai, can't you walk through walls?
Sure can.
Yeah, you can just walk in and out. You don't even need a teleport.
Only problem is I can't go invisible, so people would see me.
I'm sure if you run fast enough, they won't be able to see you.
I could fly and permeate at the same time.
Well, that's
What
as
what
good
if
as a
we-
plan as we got.
What if we create a distraction for him right outside the building? We start flipping a bunch of cars over or something like that and try to draw attention on us while he goes through the walls and down to it.
Yeah, Amon's really good at distraction.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah.
I think that's the best plan we got so far. And then
So far, yeah.
we can meet up back here afterwards.
Okie doke.
All right. So what's the plan? Take me from the top down to the end.
Okay, step one is Mordecai looks through his 3 books to find the spell that unlocks his sanctum. While that's happening, Punch Drunk creates a tracking device.
Mm-hmm.
Then, oh wait, we don't even need the teleport if Mordecai's just going to go right in there.
Right, exactly.
So we're just going to make the crafting device. We're going to go to the SPD headquarters. The 3 of us, not counting Mordecai, is going to create a distraction all around the building while he goes through walls and finds that energy generator device, plants the bug on it, and then gets out. And then hopefully we all meet back up here. And then we wait to see where that energy generator goes with Punch Drunk's tracking.
Okay. Hopefully.
Yeah, that's best case scenario.
Now, what's worst case scenario?
Well, worst case scenario, we all die.
Yeah, worst
the
case
city
scenario
blows
is-
up.
Okay. All right. Just so we know where we're all at here.
Instead of a tracking device, he makes a bomb, and
Just blows it up.
Yeah, we create the distraction, but we all get captured. And then as soon as Mordecai puts the tracking device on the energy thing, it blows up. That's probably worst case scenario.
Okay. All right. I mean, just make sure you guys are looking at all possible outcomes. All right. So, I think this is where we're going to leave it off. I had to work really early in the morning, so we're going to pick up next week. So actually, first thing, Punch Drunk, roll me technology. This is going to be to create that tracking device. Okay. All right. So you've got enough stuff kicking around the house, kicking around the lab there that you're going to be able to fashion something. It's not going to be the most beautiful thing in the world. And then, so as you get to go in it, there's going to be a limited range on how far you can track, probably to about 5 miles.
What's the range?
about 5 miles from the device that you're gonna have that's gonna track the location of the thing. So you gotta be within about 5 miles of it.
Is it
Well,
possible
that's
to make multiple?
not going to be good at all.
Is it possible to make multiple receivers of the same tracker? That way we can kind of take a receiver and kind of split up.
You can. It's going to take him more time to put those together.
I was actually thinking to myself, like, I don't think I need it because I have visual tracking. Like, I can track the presence of people.
Oh, now they're teleporting. And 5 miles isn't like useful at all if he could teleport far.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was hoping we could have multiple ones and we all kind of just go in opposite directions and, first one to get the notification, we'll tell the others. But if you don't think you can make multiple, then we'll have to.
Oh, he can. He can. It'll just take him a little more time to put multiple receivers together.
I know I'm not very good with technology, but is there any way like I can assist him to maybe reduce the time, be kind of like a what are they called? Helper dudes. Yeah.
Go get. Give me this. Give me that. Give me this. Give me that.
Yeah. He just sits at the table, and I bring everything to him to try to help reduce the time.
Yeah, you can do that. I'll cut 25% off the time. So how many receivers are you looking to make?
How big's the city?
I haven't really defined it, but probably like from one end to the other is probably like 60 something miles, like from the very, very edge of now entering Alpha City to the other end of leaving Alpha City. Huge. Yeah, big. Yeah, way bigger. I'm assuming that's Los Angeles isn't 60. I can get more accurate numbers for next week. I'll do more research on size. I just know that it's huge. It's really, really big.
Amon, do you have any kinds of like transportation, like fast transportation? Amon?
Oh, sorry. Nope. I can only walk.
Okay, so then he probably doesn't need one.
I don't even need one. I can visually track things. Remember, I can use my eagle vision, Assassin's Creed style.
What's the range on that power?
It actually doesn't have a range. Basically, it's tracking. It's just like I can, it's like I'm tracking their footprints, but I'm not tracking footprints. I'm tracking their essence, basically.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah, sounds like we need 3.
I feel like I can make something a little better than 5 miles with that check,
So you can if you want to take more time.
Take more what?
Take more time. I'm assuming you're trying to put something together as fast as you can because you don't know when that vision is going to come true. Now, if you want to take a day, sure, you can make something 20, 30, 40 miles.
So how long would it take me to make a 5 mile one?
I'm assuming you could put that together in about, with the receivers, with him helping you, in about an hour.
About how much time?
In about an hour, 1 hour.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And I guess that's.
Now, like if you if you want to take 12 hours,
Yeah.
I'll give you, you could put something together that can go 20 miles.
Oh yeah. I guess we only need to make one receiver now, as fast as we can, just to get it on the thing, so we can worry about finding it later. After they take it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll just make the 5 mile one real quick. Then we can make as many receivers as we need to find it.
Okay. All right. So you're going to be working on that. So then while he's going to be doing that, what would the rest of you guys be doing? Obviously, Frostfang, you're going to be helping, being the lab monkey.
Yeah.
The other two, what would you guys be doing?
I'm just going to be reading my book, seeing if I can gain any knowledge from it.
Okay, you want to make an investigation check? And, gathering the information from the books. All right. Okay. Cool. So you going through one of the books, one of the books that you found or that you brought with you will have it in there. Now you just gotta find it out of
awesome. Okay.
Out of the 700 pages of text. And this is high level stuff. This is not I'm moving my top ramen around.
Right, exactly. Like I said, this spell was cast by a master, so
Okay.
I just know the final invocation to actually seal it. That's it.
Yeah, it's easier to turn it on than it is to turn it off. All right, cool. So we're gonna end here. I'll give all you guys 5 PowerPoints, and then remember we're gonna save for spending until I raise the power level to 7. We'll pick up next week. We will start with, you've created the tracker and the one receiver, and then we'll go with the infiltration plan, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, cool. Same time next week.
Okay.
Yes.
9 Eastern.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So, I'll be on.
All right, guys. Thanks for playing. Thanks for having us, Brian.
Yeah, thank you, Brian.
Yeah, thanks for coming. You guys have a good night. We'll see you next week. We'll see you in chat throughout the week. All right, gamers. So there we are. The next session for the Friday's game group is in the bag. Hope you all enjoyed that. I wonder what's going to happen next. Is their plan going to work? Are they going to be able to track the device? Are they going to be able to find where the villain's hideout is, or wherever he and or she is doing their dastardly deeds? We'll have to find out as the game continues. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button. If you want to support my channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to get notifications when I upload new content. Also, check out the link in the description box below to my Discord server, where we've got a lot of people coming over, joining, looking for games, looking for information about different topics, different game systems. So come over there, join in. Get into a conversation. You can even maybe find some people that maybe want to play a game. Several systems are being talked about pretty regularly, so I hope you're able to come over and make some new friends. So with that, until I see you again in the dungeon, I'm Brian, your Game Master, and happy gaming.